Okay, I think that we're good. That is working just fine. Okay.
Cue music.
And now you can start your music. Oh, wait. Nope. StreamYard lost access to my Facebook. There we go. Okay, now we're good to go. And we are live.
You're like, this is a romantic song.
It's very, very romantic. Joan Jett and the Hearts.
That's
or
right.
whatever their name is.
Well, some people don't have a mate for Valentine's Day, and that's why I really wanted to do this episode. So nobody has to be alone, and people can hang out with us. We're not gonna be disgusting with our mate love.
We're gonna that part. I mean, I'll be disgusting probably.
Well, I think I spent more Valentines alone than I have with somebody. So.
I don't think that's true for me.
Well, did you celebrate it?
No, I did not.
Well, then that doesn't count.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Oh, so how would you?
Like back at Christmas, you were like, and now we get Valentine's Day, and I was like, Valentine's Day for what?
We get every holiday. I just told you I want any excuse. I don't care if it's Kwanzaa. I don't care. Whatever.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, obviously.
Well, yeah, we're gonna do something.
We're both
St.
some
Patrick's
sort of
Day.
Irish.
Yeah.
I have my
You have the red hair.
Ancestry.com. Yeah, I'm a big mix.
Yes.
I'm a blending pot right in this little body.
Yes. You hit all the diversities.
The Congo. I want to meet my Congo relatives. Oh, honey.
Are we going to cheers this thing?
We're going to cheers.
Very fancy. We got raspberries in our wine.
Sparkling rosé in our wine. And what else did we do? I got
we
some
have little
strawberries.
bowls of strawberries.
Yeah. And I got us to share on air a little cute, what
chocolates.
Is that? Yep. Who's this? Snoopy.
Yep. Peanuts.
Yep. And my dad was really cute and dropped me off some chocolates, and it had an edible rose, so I put it in this nice vase.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a Cobra Kai vase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai, do or die.
Cobra Kai, no mercy.
No mercy.
No mercy, Danielson. Mm-hmm. So cheers, my love.
Cheers to you. Happy Valentine's Day, babe.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
We'll try to really dial it back on the loviness. I just got a lick. How many licks does it take to get to the center of me?
Oh, gosh. Not many. Wait, what's the center?
I don't know. I'm actually not sure either.
That's a good question. I don't want to just chomp like the Tootsie Roll
No. Yeah,
Tootsie
no,
Pop
definitely
commercial.
Please don't do
1,
that.
2, 3.
Yeah.
That's a bite out of you.
Don't do that.
We're going to be in the hospital all night.
That was a weird commercial because he had kind of like a weird like Transylvanian Dracula accent to him. But he was an owl.
Yeah, it was a little...
It didn't make any sense.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Sarah says we are too cute.
She's too cute. You're too cute. So...
What is on our list of things? We have
many things.
Let's start with Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve, yeah.
This is the... Adam and... let me just... I gotta pull up the copy.
What is Spank Bang? Oh.
It's a porn website.
Sorry.
What do you think it is?
I don't know why it just came out of my mouth.
You mean when it's lined up next to Pornhub and X videos? What kind of website do you think Spank Bang is? Let's see here.
I'm gonna put it on my phone now.
I gotta look for it. That's
what
exactly.
You've been looking at.
That's a good one. Spank Bang is a good one, just
right.
because. Well, if you're gonna ask.
All right. We don't want to overshadow Adam and Eve.
That's right. Well, Adam and Eve sells DVDs too. So, free stuff is the best, but free stuff that will ignite your Valentine's Day is even better. Check this out. When you go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item, you'll get it at 50% off. That's amazing by itself. I'm so bad at reading these copies.
Why'd you have me read them? I'm the sexy girl voice.
But here's where they load on the free stuff. I definitely accentuated the word load where they didn't put me to accentuate that word. Mm-hmm. They didn't, but they put it in there, and they're a sexual innuendo website.
What do we call that? Like when they're doing like the comedy and it's spontaneous comedy.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Like that show.
Improvising.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. When you enter my exclusive code at checkout, adulting. Not only do you get 50% off any one item, you'll also get 10 tantalizing free items. First, for your viewing pleasure, 6 free movies, because you have bodies in the basement.
Yeah, or you're trying to save money on cable. A lot of people get COVID and they can't afford the cable. So
yes, that's true.
yeah, I saw a lot of people at Redbox.
Yeah, I keep getting a phone call about a canceled cable bill that isn't mine.
Isn't that great? Isn't that the greatest? And it's not for you.
Yeah,
Especially if it's
that.
for somebody that you're not fond of.
I kept getting this phone call. It was like an 800 number, and I don't usually answer numbers that I don't recognize because I have a fear. It gives me anxiety thinking that I owe someone money. And this number kept calling me like 2 times a week for the last 6 weeks, and finally, I was like, I don't owe anyone any fucking money. So who the fuck is this person? So I finally answered it, and they were like, "Hi, is this beep?" And I was like, "No, you have the wrong number." And then they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I was like, "Just out of curiosity, what are you calling about?" And they were like, "Oh, the cable bill hasn't been paid in 6 months." So I was like,
6 months?
I was like, "Cool."
Wait, so how much money? Mine is like, I have like wicked basic cable, so I have like the $35 cable, and then the
what's internet?
which is like, so a total like 111.
Yeah, that's about what I think most people are paying. 100.
Right. Is that what?
1 to 150, I'd say.
Right, and then you multiply. That's
6
a
months.
lot behind. They didn't shut it off.
That's
If I'm behind like a
That's
little
crazy
over,
that they
but
didn't
wait a
shut it
minute.
off.
If I'm behind like a little over a month, then unless it was a COVID thing, a little over a month, then I get a letter or something. See, you're
Maybe
nice.
It was a COVID.
You're
thing.
very nice because you knew who the person was, and you said, "Beep." I don't know. Like I don't know. You have the wrong number. I would have been like, actually,
let me give you their
help
number.
Here's their number, their mom's number, their cousin's number, their neighbor's number. Here's the GPS coordinates of where they live.
I got friends in the sheriff's department. You want me to get one of them to go over there?
You've been served. Anyway.
Next, the free mystery pack that includes an item for him, a special toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus free shipping. Now that's a lot of free Valentine stuff. So head on over to adamandeve.com and be sure to use offer code ADULTING. Again, that's ADULTING, because without it, there will be no free Valentine stuff. That's adulting at adamandeve.com. And I appreciate all of you that actually go there and spend money, because I actually get money every month, and it's not a lot. I don't get a ton of money, but when I get the email saying like, hey, you made this much money off your revenue source this month, I'm like, Jesus Christ, my listeners actually use that fucking code.
Well, are you using it? Like, are all my gifts 50% off?
Yes, I use. Yeah, of course I use it.
Valentine's Day, so that's how did it start?
Oh, how did Valentine's start?
That's what I'm curious about.
What an interesting question to ask. I happen to have the tab pulled up here. Though no one has pinpointed the exact origin of the holiday, one good place to start is ancient Rome, where men hit women by, hitting them.
Whoa.
Hit on women. I read that wrong.
Oh, God.
Hit on women by...
Yes, that's a much better term.
Hitting them. From February 13th to 15th, the Romans celebrated the Feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog. Shout out to Brian McGrath. Then whipped women.
Why? Okay.
Because
I don't need to know. Oh, yeah, the goat.
Because Brian and the goats.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Tom Brady.
Then whipped women with the hides of the animals they had just slain. The Roman romantics were drunk. They were naked, says Noel Lenski, a historian at the University of Colorado. Young women would actually line up for the men to hit them. Jesus Christ.
So...
They believed this would make them fertile. Jesus Christ.
Jesus H.
This would make this, so they wanted to have babies.
Right.
And the only way to get there was clearly for men to beat them with.
So are we doing cards as apologies? Like, where does the cards and candy come in? Like, is that like a celebration if you have the baby, or what?
The brutal feat included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. The couple would then...
We're going to do that tonight.
...be coupled for the duration of the festival or longer if the match was right. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius executed 2 men, both named Valentine, on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century AD. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of Saint Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
there it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's where it comes from.
So it comes from Catholicism.
Right. And like many, usually it's pagan, then it turns into Catholicism, and somehow somebody's holiday
Oh,
is
yeah,
stolen.
of course.
But, all right,
all
so
holidays
throughout...
derive from religion.
Right, so, well,
Yeah.
I don't think all of them do. Like,
Every
there's
one of them.
President's Day?
It's the religious... Cause how did we end up with presidents? It was because of religion.
What about Martin Luther King Day, Civil Rights Day?
He's a saint from God.
I'm just gonna let you have that because he is awesome.
Saint from God.
I don't think that's accurate, but he is awesome, so I'm just gonna let you have it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Can I say something? I just wanted to see if that was gonna work. I don't really have anything to say. I mean, I kind of have something to say, but I was just like, "Is that gonna work?" Love you.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
I love you so much. Can you just? Would you look at that, honey? Would you look at this? I want to ask you like throughout the show, just little like Valentine's Day trivia stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
All right, candy hearts. Candy hearts.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is a hard word for me to say. Candy hearts were originally, true or false, used as medical lozenges.
I say that sounds like some Wiccan bullshit, and I'm gonna go with true.
It is true.
Because Wiccan is bullshit.
Stop it! Please don't do that. My mom's a witch, so seriously.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it is. We're not the people that talk about like get on people's religion and things like that and judge. We're not that judgy.
I'm judgy.
Oh, that's fine, but I'm on the show.
Oh.
That's where we don't say things like... All right, so I just want to say, hi guys. Somebody was asking about the contest. We're going to talk about that in a minute and then do our contest for you guys. So, but we were talking about alternative words. I just jumped to that because you started talking bad about religion.
I'm like,
we don't do that. Hi, Jason. Yeah. But I'm like, we don't do that. We don't talk bad about those things, and we don't use certain words anymore either.
Oh yeah, well,
we found some alternatives to bad R words.
Yeah. So, for those of you that listen to the Fumbled Penis podcast, he went off a few weeks ago about using the word retard, and I've always been like on his side of things, being like, whatever, it's just a fucking word. But the more that I'm with my mate, the more I'm like, okay, I guess
Jim.
I'll try to stray away from that word.
Well,
so
sometimes because I mean, it's like working in a school, working with people in the community that have children or relatives. It's just like sometimes, I mean, it's fun. I'm not totally anal about humor. You're always going to offend somebody. But, stuff like that, or using just things that are derogatory. And then some people are like, well, you should say it because it means slow. And it's like almost like trying to reintroduce the N-word as if it's cool. And I was never about that either. But
right.
I was taking a diversity training online. And one of the things they were talking about, and I was saying to Donny, which got the whole conversation started about this neuro situation, was that they no longer call people normal.
Yeah.
And so they were saying things like neurotypical and neurodiverse. So I'm like, okay, so like neurodiverse is a nice way of saying that somebody's different.
To me,
and neurotypical
means
is somebody is normal. The old normal.
I have a friend who has Asperger's, right? But for the most part, you'd never get... Well, maybe you would figure it out because you're very perceptive in that area. But for me, I would never guess.
Right.
Like, I just don't... Like, to me, he's just like, an incredibly smart person. And everything's fine. That's how I view it. But, so to me, that would be a neurotypical person.
See, and I think the term neurotypical means not having any of those type of diagnoses.
So I don't know. I guess it depends on how you see it.
And I think it's so interesting,
like you
too,
and I
because...
would be neurotypical.
I don't know. I would be. I was kidding.
How dare you?
I was kidding. No, but I was thinking about it
offended.
because, well, when you think about people with like... different, disabilities or things like that. It's like when you're younger and in class, you always kind of looked at people as behavioral problems and stuff. And then you grow up and learn all these new terms, ADHD, and then you forget sometimes that goes with them into adulthood. So like it's easy to recognize sometimes, or somebody tells you about a child that is on the spectrum of some sort, but then sometimes I forget that grows into adulthood. But anyway, so we were trying to come up with alternative words for the R word one night when we started talking about the neuro stuff, and then we were like looking up words like, okay, well, how do you say slow instead
What
of
are
the
like
R word?
what's some synonyms for
Synonyms
slow?
for slow, and then we were I don't know if we were drinking or what, but we started coming up with some
drinking.
fun. What did you come up with? Neuro
Ridiculum.
You were like, is this Harry Potter right now?
I said
Ridiculum.
what about neuro ridiculum, and almost
Ridiculum.
immediately both of us were like, that sounds like Harry Potter shit.
That's funny. But then I think we settled on neuro
and we talked about what neuro ridiculum for Harry Potter would be.
Yeah.
Where you just like you flash your wand at someone, and all of a sudden they get a thick tongue, and and they
start walking
and
funny.
they start walking funny, and they don't really they can't do anything. All of a sudden they start drooling on themselves.
I don't know about these raspberries in here. Like, I always see it. I see it in pretty pictures, and now I'm drinking it. I'm like, I'm afraid these things are gonna pop out and hit me in the face.
It sounds like you just went neurodecelerated.
I'm gonna look a little neurodecelerated because I'm probably gonna start really trying to eat out of here like it's bobbing for raspberries or something. Delayed. I like it.
Jim
I like it, Jim. Neuro delayed.
Yeah.
So please feel free to just
Feel free to adopt these, and neuro decelerated is a good one.
What else?
You know, if you really get mad at someone, you can just yell neuro ridiculum
and see what happens.
See what happens.
Really put your passionate prayer
just
into
yell
that
it at a mall. You know, when malls open back up, just go in a crowded mall one day and yell out neuro ridiculum.
Or just like when you're in a fight with somebody or a passionate discussion.
Yes.
Why are you being so neuro ridiculum right now?
Yes.
Can you just please stop it?
Yes.
I might use that with you.
Uh-huh.
Passionate discussions. We had a passionate discussion the other night.
We did have a
It was a fucking argument. Let's be honest. It was a fucking argument.
No, it was a passionate discussion.
Argument.
We had a passionate discussion.
Because I'm African, I get loud.
No. Yes,
and
you
animated.
do. You do get loud.
Well, if
quick.
I feel like you can't hear me and
You
you're
also
not
get
getting my point across.
quick.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
They're so much better for
What's
it.
funny is that sometimes you just need a hug.
You were so funny one time because I'm like, yeah, sometimes when I'm really upset, I just need a hug. And what did you say? That it was like...
It's like hugging a rattlesnake.
Like, you're really mad right now, and I don't know if you're going to try and,
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean sometimes you just need a hug? You're yelling at me in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What do you...
Come love me.
What do you... I'm gonna like
Come
every
love me.
time the times that it happens, we don't have a ton of fights to begin with.
Yeah.
Like passionate discussions. We don't have a lot to begin with. But the times that it's happened, and I've thought to myself like, maybe she just needs a hug. It really is just like a creeping in, like Indiana Jones trying to swap out the sandbag for the fucking rock.
Crystal skull.
Like just trying to like really slow movements towards you and just kind of real slow.
Well, you don't want to creep
Everything's
up on
very
me.
neurodecelerated
I don't
as I
want to
do it.
threaten and he you or something. Oh, James, have you seen my baseball? Yeah, okay, we got you. So we're through that, and then big thing. You can probably talk about how we entered this, but somebody just asked about our cutest couples photo contest.
Oh wait, before I do that,
Oh, do it. Here, take.
let me go ahead and get the.
You getting the page up?
I'm gonna get the website up.
Every time you put the screen away, like I think nobody can see me, but they can.
They can. They can still see you, just fine. That's. I love how you search. If you search WZID cutest couple contest, last year's contest pops up.
Was that really their picture? That's not a real person.
No, all of the fucking pictures are all like. It's a picture of a couple taking a picture of themselves. It's very dumb. Let's see here.
It's
Contest.
not dumb until we win.
Teacher of the month.
Why are you going so slow? Can you?
I'm trying to get there.
You do this every day.
Trying to get there.
We vote every day.
All right, here we go. Copy, and then I'm gonna post that into the StreamYard. There you go. For those of you watching live and that don't like me eating, my mate just shoved a strawberry in my mouth, and it was good. That was a good strawberry.
I was surprised I could find them.
Jesus
I thought
Christ.
they were gonna be.
Those are good.
Yeah, I actually looked out at BJ's.
Those are BJ strawberries.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like we both just thought The same
Okay.
thing.
We don't want to discuss anybody like we did to your poor sister the other night.
So
she was horrified.
So, if you're listening right now,
tell a story, Uncle.
On the show, in the comments is a little link there for wzid.com, cutest couple photo contest. So my uncle texts me, he called me about a little over a week ago now. He called me. Sure. Let me have some more. What is this?
Barefoot rosé spritzer.
Yeah, what you guys don't know about me is sometimes I enjoy a pink wine. The other night, Ro came home and I was cooking her dinner, and I had a wine glass, and I was half a bottle into some what was that? Pink Moscato.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was walking down the rice aisle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it happened to be in the wine aisle. Mm-hmm. And I walked by some Pink Moscato, and I was like, damn, that looks good tonight.
Mm-hmm. And so did you, holding that blue glass.
Not my first time.
Cooking that cordon bleu.
Not my first time drinking some Pink Moscato.
I like the bubbles.
So anyways, so my uncle calls me, and he says, hey, do you remember this radio station in Manchester, New Hampshire, called WZID? And I said, yeah, of course. My mother used to listen to it every fucking morning on our drive to school. And he says, well, they are running a contest right now called Cutest Couple for Valentine's Day. And
Photo.
Cutest Couple photo contest.
I don't know why. I think there's a difference.
And he says, you guys, you and your mate absolutely have to enter this contest because you guys are just so adorable together. So sure enough, I went. And I went and loaded up a picture of the two of us.
I think you're the only guy who entered it.
I might have been one of the very few guys.
Wrote the little name stuff in there.
We are up to 427 votes on there. We're trying to get to 500. Voting ends tomorrow night.
At 11:59 p.m. You can vote once every day. And can I just tell you that I feel like so far we've run a clean campaign, but this is hard stuff.
We've been every day
campaigning, every social media.
We've done so many things. So we've posted on Instagram, we've posted on Facebook,
LinkedIn.
You've posted on Twitter, posted on LinkedIn. MeWe.
Harassing everybody. Every time I talk to somebody,
everyone.
like somebody texted me, one of my coworkers the other night, to ask a question, and I text back, "Did you vote today?" Like what?
I went through Facebook Messenger one morning and just started sending it to everyone in Facebook Messenger.
I changed the picture.
People I haven't talked to in years.
Like the pictures, I put one like somebody on the beach, like on their computer, like they're cast away. Just it's a little bit exhausting. But then once you get into it, it's like you wanna,
People I haven't talked to in years, and they're like, "What is this?"
I know.
And there were people that thought that my account got hacked.
It was so intrusive. Well, my aunt was like, "Oh my God, they're asking your name. They're asking this." Like, so if you do it by email, then it's kind of intrusive. They ask you a lot of questions, and it's almost like top secret clearance trying to get in there. So, but I get it because at first, remember, like there was one couple, and I swear, overnight we woke up and they had like 50 votes overnight, and I said, "Oh my God, are they like?" I don't know. Or people, can you just like make fake accounts? And then I went through the process and.
So that was Monday night. So the voting started on Monday, and Monday night we go to bed and we had like 50 votes maybe.
Yeah.
And they had like 38, and then we wake up in the morning and we have like 60 votes, and they have like 85.
And it was like, okay.
And we're like, whoa, what?
It's Cobra Kai.
But
like, no mercy.
But they
you gotta keep.
They couldn't keep up with our campaign. We fucking.
Well, let's not get cocky here. It's not over.
I know. I don't want to be Seahawks. It's not
over till it's over. I like big leads because like
I do too.
Yeah, I don't like leagues. Super close games where it's like this one's winning now. But so
I want
if
to
we
crush them.
Yeah. So please vote.
Crush them on Monday.
No, stop it.
Crush them on Wednesday.
High-low. No.
Still crushing you guys.
Stop it. We don't even know these people. They seem like nice people, and there's a lot of other couples.
If you go and look through that
Excuse me.
Absolutely not.
Stop
I will not give you this one.
No, I'm saying there's a couple other people. They're just cute couples. So like I voted a couple times for other people too.
There are some other cute.
But couples. I feel like we've done a good campaign, good clean campaign. But if we win, then we're gonna make sure that we bring you with us on our little virtual.
Oh yeah, so the prize for winning cutest couple is
photo.
Cutest couple photo.
Yes.
The prize for it is we'd be staying 2 nights.
The Snowflake Inn in Jackson, New Hampshire.
Let me bring back up the page.
I also have Cheetos, my favorite food in the whole wide world.
It is her favorite food. You
Crunchy.
should see her when I come home with a bag for her.
Oh,
like
God.
I'm like, hey, surprise! Look what I found.
I'm like, you can.
Let's see
I
here.
love you. I'll do
Valentine's Day.
anything.
So prize includes a 2-night midweek stay for 2, Snowflake Inn in Jackson, New Hampshire. Enjoy suite accommodations with 2-person spa, fireplace, and steam shower.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Celebrate your getaway with complimentary champagne. Ooh, you know I like that.
Hey.
And Snowflake Inn flutes. What is a fucking Snowflake Inn flute?
It's the flute is a glass, champagne glass.
Oh, okay. Continental breakfast and evening coffee and sweets. Use of amenities include candlelit tropical spa with 18 jets.
Oh, nice.
Well, you know I'm putting you in that.
Oh,
Waterfall
wow.
and swim spa. That sounds cool.
We're going to reduce our wrinkles.
Wellness Zone Fitness Center based on blah, blah, blah. Holiday weeks are excluded. Snowflake Inn is adult only. Okay, also...
Oh, my God.
Snowflake
Get to the good stuff.
Snowflake Inn is adult
Yeah,
only?
we're not going to have kids on, like, water slides. Are you kidding me? Includes, let me finish. Also includes a $250 cryofacial gift card. We're going to reduce our lines and wrinkles and...
Okay. Uh-huh.
That's it. Can we just stop? We're going to look more younger. I'm just going to jump through everything.
Cryofacial use cold temperatures to increase...
We're going to be at the spa. We're going to take pictures.
Yes.
All right.
So anyways, when we go, I'm going to bring all this mic set up and everything, the camera, and we will do an episode together from that place.
From our room with our discounted Adam and Eve.
Yes. With our discounted Adam and Eve
We don't have to...
stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
We don't buy it. We're very vanilla.
Oh, no. It's missionary.
It's missionary only.
Missionary or bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very missionary, very boring
If you want a
stuff.
BJ, I throw a strawberry in your mouth.
Yeah, we only
That's
have...
how that
Yeah,
works.
the sex thing is like, what, once a month? Twice a month? It's gross.
Well, I'm not mating.
No. No way. Who puts a playground next to a septic tank?
I've never heard that one. That's a good one. Ooh, bourbon drinking. You're going to find out tomorrow. I just gave away one of your gifts for Valentine's Day. But,
Oh, boy.
But, we have to show Frankie your Basil Hayden.
Yeah.
Let me grab it?
Sure.
And then we'll talk about... We're not going to talk about anything. We're going to do our contest.
Oh, yeah, we have a little contest.
We got a little contest for you guys.
I wish I could take credit for it, but Ro came up with the entire idea and how to do it and how we were going to... And the questions and such and all that stuff. Yeah, so, Frankie, this is a bottle of bourbon that you should try. And, yes, I will probably have a glass later tonight. Because I haven't in a few days.
Did some hunting and
been
gathering.
It's been like a week since I had any bourbon.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason, for voting.
It has been a week. It was when we were in Rangeley last weekend.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Frankie, this is Basil Hayden Caribbean Reserve Rye. I hate rye. I don't like rye whiskey at all. But this stuff, this stuff is really good. I did an episode with Jason Almy from Shit Happens When You Party Naked. By the way, spoiler alert. Another episode of that coming next weekend.
Ooh.
I almost forgot about that.
Is that the cigar bar?
Yeah. Cigar bar episode next weekend.
I will be there to keep the security.
To monitor.
Keep the security away.
Yep. Make sure that no dumb bitches come wandering over.
Oh my goodness. She's just lonely.
It's
how I make friends.
Anyways, Frankie / John Wick / I don't actually know your real name.
But we like you. We like your posts.
Yes. That stuff. This Caribbean rye is amazing. It's almost like got like a spiced rum kick to it.
Almost
something
like I
that.
think it's like a maple syrupy.
Yeah, it is
It
a
holds
little.
onto your
It's
glass
definitely a little syrupy. You can see it hold onto the glass, like she just said, kind of a sugary, but it's really really good. And unfortunately, like I'm down to essentially the last glass of it. So I'm just pretty much just letting it sit there until the apocalypse.
That was some hunting and gathering went on.
Yeah,
because
you can't, because it's so hard to find.
Yeah, that was a Thanksgiving
Although your
gift.
brother-in-law found some in
Well,
Wisconsin.
he's in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, they got the good stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No,
They don't have a lot, they got taxes too.
Yeah. Maybe he'll bring me back a bottle.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's not high. It's like 42%, I think. It's
our contest. You guys have
40%. 40%.
You guys have to message each other.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do a little.
We follow one another.
Yeah, maybe do a little pen pal. Send me your favorite bourbon. I'll send you mine.
We follow each other on the Grum.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, our contest. So that whole cutest couples photos contest and everybody voting for us because we've been harassing everybody and we just love.
And we're adorable.
No, yeah, we are, but so are other people. But everybody's just so supportive and we love that. And I mean, it's nice, you know what I mean? It's nice when people are like, hey, you're really genuinely smiling, and because we've both been through our things, like a lot of people have been through things, and
yeah, we earned this motherfucker.
Yeah, you find your partner, and yeah, you definitely earned it, and we do a good job maintaining. So when we talk about Valentine's, like, you know, we kind of do silly stuff like this all the time for Valentine's Day. But anyway, so it made me think, like, why don't we give something away, like, to our people, and just sometimes nobody just gives gifts away. So, and especially if you didn't have a good Valentine's or something, you can treat yourself later. So I had 2 questions. One, actually, I got these from the radio station one day when I was driving to work. And the first one was about what is the most popular dinner that's eaten on Valentine's Day. And a lot of people, so what people had to do was email at Adulting Donny.
It was a pain in the ass to sift through them. There was like 100 emails.
So he'd send those to me, but people are supposed to put in their vote by 2:30 today. So we have all those ones. And there's actually a lot of people that got that one. The second question was, what is the most popular drink, alcoholic beverage on Valentine's Day? And so people sent that in. And again, I listened to this on the way to work like last week, and that's where I got the questions from. So
okay. You have some cups here?
I do. The first one is $25 gift card to McKinnon's Meat Market. And that is for the question about what is the most popular dinner eaten on Valentine's.
Okay.
So what do you think that is?
I mean, I already know the answer. Do you want me to, like...
Yeah, it doesn't matter the answer because we already have everybody that got the...
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? No, wait, you're right.
I don't understand the question you're
asking. All right,
asking
so do this. Well... Oh, you know what? I was asking you, like, what the answer is.
Oh, well, I know the answer. Do you want me to give the answer?
Yeah, it doesn't matter now because it's just going to...
Steak dinner.
All right, so anybody who said steak dinner, your name went into this cup that has the McKinnon's $25 gift card. And my mate is going to do the honors and pull out one name and read the winner. You can only win once. So if you win this, then you're not eligible to win in the next gift card drawing.
In the next round.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Drum roll. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, don't look.
I didn't look.
Don't.
I'm not.
Oh my God, just pull out one.
I'm trying.
That's what she said.
They're all skipping. They're all like
You got
moving
one?
around. I got one.
All right, read it.
What do we got here?
Who do we got? Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's so exciting.
Nope. And you'll know why in a minute.
Yeah.
I should have done the other one first. All right.
All right, what do we got?
All right, who do we have?
Oh, there's someone that has been in the comments.
Who?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Jim Sweetman.
Oh, wow, Jim. All right. Are you home? Are you still watching?
I don't know.
Jim Sweetman, winner of the McKinnon's $25 gift card. Mm-hmm. And so the next one was the question about what is the most popular alcoholic beverage that's drunk. I might be. On Valentine's Day. And it was specific. So there's a bunch of people. Oh, cool. Jim, you won the $25 gift card to McKinnon's, my friend. So you're going to have to email us or private message us and let us know what your address is so I can send it to you.
Yeah, send an email to adultingdonnypod.
We'll give it to the mailman.
adultingdonnypod@gmail.com.
The mailman will get it to you. So the other question was about what is the most popular alcoholic beverage, drinking on Valentine's Day, and it was.
That I don't know because there were a bunch of answers, and you were like, "They got it right," and I was like, "I don't fucking know."
So the answer was specifically.
Was it just wine or red wines?
Red wine.
Red wine.
So there's some people said sangria, some people said white wine, but only one person
just said red wine.
And that person was
Susan Clausen.
Susan Clausen. That's why Donny pulled your name out of the first cup. So sorry.
Yeah.
So that's why you could not win the first round because you can't win twice.
Yeah, because.
But my friend Susan, she was having, she put it on Facebook, but there was some stuff going on with her mate Paul and stuff too. So hopefully this helps your a nice little gift to you after Valentine's Day for you and your mate. And thanks, guys, for playing. That was kind of fun. So maybe that's something that we'll do again another time. I'm like, I still have that $25 gift card that you gave me to Taco Bell. So maybe, I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
That might happen in the next one. So thanks, guys. That's our gift to you.
Yes.
Now go vote.
Maybe in East. Yeah, go fucking vote. Yeah, go vote. WZID.com. Cutest couple photo contest.
Please.
Yeah.
Should I pour my Coors Light into my wine glass?
I don't see why you wouldn't.
So.
Remember when? So we went to Portland a few weeks ago, and I brought a bottle of champagne.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm making redneck mimosas.
Oh, this was the best. So let me just
hold on.
Let me preface by saying what a real mimosa is. So everybody, I'm pretty sure, probably knows what a real mimosa is, which is obviously champagne and like orange juice, right? So, and then a redneck mimosa, I think some people know, is like you're taking beer.
You take like Coors Light, Bud Light,
some beer, and you're mixing it with orange juice. So we get to the hotel, and he's got. I'll let you go from here now that everybody knows what's supposed to be in it.
I don't really know what I was thinking or how much I was drinking. I didn't even bring any bourbon with me that weekend. I was strictly on Sam Adams, and yeah, I was like in the kitchenette there in the hotel room, and pouring into a glass. I poured half a glass of champagne, and then I poured in half a glass of Coors Light. And you were like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm making a redneck mimosa. And you were like,
something.
That's not a redneck mimosa.
Like I said, you're making something, but you're definitely not making a freaking redneck mimosa.
That's like black tar alcohol or something.
No,
I don't know what you were doing.
There's no orange juice in there.
That's not what that is. I was like, oh, yeah. No, babe. You're right. Yeah.
I love you.
And I did that. I did do the real redneck mimosa once before.
Yeah,
at my place.
I
when
saw
I was
the
on
orange
COVID
juice.
quarantine.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know. And then you just spaced it. And then I took
totally
a sip.
Spaced it.
I took a sip and it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. I don't know what it was. Like, we have to come up with different words.
CC? What would you call it?
CC?
Champagne Coors?
Yeah, CC.
CNC?
Yeah, oh, you got your Coors, I got my Coors. Oh, this is,
oh, yeah.
So I have an idea about this. I'll tell you later someday, but.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, about, hold up yours.
Oh. Yeah, my Cobra Kai never die.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai do or die.
All right, I'm going to put my idea out there because I don't care about making money.
Frankie's wife has joined us.
Hey, girl, hey.
Happy Valentine's Day, Frankie
Day
and wife.
Yes, Frankie and wife.
Frankie and wife.
I like it when he posts pictures of her shooting and stuff. They look like it's just a little cute couple and they're running. And...
He's posting pictures of them shooting. What are you, rich?
No, you got ammo? You got it like
right?
that? So what's next on the list? We watched the movie recently.
Oh, yeah, we watched Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I
didn't. So I can't.
I was confused.
So it's very cartoony. Firstly, very over the top cartoony, and I loved Suicide Squad.
Me too.
But I loved Deadshot in Suicide Squad, which is Will Smith's character, and I just Margot Robbie. I've seen her in probably a handful of movies. I don't remember all of them, but obviously everyone's seen her in Wolf of Wall Street and Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. Well, maybe not everyone, because I think a lot of people skipped Birds of Prey. But
I was looking for some girl power that night. And...
yeah, I don't mind a girl power movie like Captain Marvel or like the
Wonder Woman
scene in Infinity War, or not Infinity War. Well, I guess there was a scene in Infinity War, and then a bigger scene in Endgame.
Yeah.
So I don't mind like a good girl power movie. I'm not sold on Black Widow, the movie, just because there's no threat. I don't
know. I like superpowers. It's like me watching space movies. I like aliens. I like dragons.
What's Black Widow's superpower?
That's what I mean. She can make the Hulk not change or change back.
Right, yeah.
Or, I don't know. She just keeps the group together. Like she's a redhead. I'm not sure. That's why I'm Wonder Woman. I got lasso of truth.
Speaking of redheads, next weekend you guys might be hearing something about a new redhead in my life.
That's true.
Maybe.
And I approve.
And my current redhead approves.
Yeah, and help name her.
And help named her.
Help name her. So, yeah, so you know what I didn't like too? I felt like it was off balance because you had somebody that was a crossbow person. Maybe this is a movie too for Crash and Taz to do. But there's like one person that actually had a superpower, and then everybody else.
Like, yeah, there was just one girl.
Yeah.
Because Birds of Prey is about a, in the end they end up a girl team.
Right.
And one person out of that group had a superpower. But I guess if you look at Suicide Squad, how many of them had any sort of superpower?
I don't know. The only thing I got from that movie was Rosie Perez was in it, who I love because she's just awesome from back in Do the Right Thing. Spike Lee movie was the first time I saw her, and then she was also
Wait, which movie?
In Birds of Prey.
Okay.
She was the cop.
Uh-huh.
And then she was also like the choreographer for The Fly Girls, which is what I wanted to be growing up in Living Color. But it just started making me think because I was going to ask you this too. Perfect segue. About your dream job. What would your dream job be? So she, for me, is playing a cop on TV. And I always say that because I'm like, I always get the bad guy, get really cool clothes, always get the last word, and don't have to do any paperwork, and get paid what I should get paid.
Mm-hmm. So funny you should say that.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. We didn't even talk about this, so I'm excited.
We haven't. Actually, the very first time that I ever met Jason Almy from the Great and Powerful Shit Happens When You Party Naked. If you're not listening, what's wrong with you? Go check it out. The very first time that I met him, we did a podcast together.
Yeah.
And he asked me about dream jobs. And I said to him, at the end of the day, dream job or not, it's still a job. So what would I say right now? Right now, this moment would be a dream job for me. Either something with shooting guns or something where it involves snowmobiling. Getting like maybe doing a guide service or something like that with riding something that would have me actively riding a snowmobile. But at the end of the day, that's still going to be a job. Your dream job is still a job. So you're going to have to get up and you're going to have to go out and you're going to have to do that thing.
Why are you taking the fun out of it?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take the fun out of it.
Listen, I don't mind getting up at 4:00 in the morning if I'm getting paid $100,000 for an episode. Like, what's up? Like, I'm fine with that. Yes, I'm fine with that, and so will you be.
I think
when you have every snowmobile that you want.
I think that you like.
This is retirement job for me. My God, I do like one show.
I'm not trying.
You don't want me to go to LA? Is that what's going on right now? You're trying to kill my dream before it even gets started? I was Charlotte in the 8th grade performance of Charlotte's Web.
Definitely.
You don't know who you're dealing with here.
Don't want to crush your dreams.
All right, well.
Nor do I want you to go to LA.
Oh, we're both going.
Oh, what, for like a week?
Yeah,
We can go to LA for like a week.
Well, yeah, because I gotta shoot, the other shooting. Yeah, then that money will fund your tourism for Rangeley. It will be like Kurt Russell. We got a house in Rangeley and houses where we want.
Like, like my flight instructor, Jack. I'm certain, I would have to take a guess, he probably, for a long time, wanted to fly planes.
Right.
And now he's doing instructing flying planes.
Right.
So he's, in a way, flying planes almost every day. Mm-hmm. But it's still a job. He still has to get up.
I didn't say I didn't care about having a job. I said, what is your dream job? Yes, it's still work. Everything's still work. But what would be like your...
I feel like that answer, though, is fluid. Because once you got to your dream job, you would realize this is just a job.
Well, I already
and
have a dream job.
Something I would rather do.
This is my dream job. I was just having like a fun talk, and you got all.
I know. I'm sorry. I crushed your dream.
I need something fucking funny now. Somebody send me a joke.
I'm sorry.
Somebody send me something.
I didn't mean to.
Somebody send me a meme, please. Oh, thank you, Uncle Bob. We're still gonna have to take you out or something. So even though you didn't win. We're going to do something for you. Having a job you love. Yes. Mm-hmm. I have a job that I love, so I'm happy. But I would just like to do it, and like I'd like to have all the nice clothes and always catch the bad guy, and then, I have the last word, and I say something witty every time, and I don't have to do a police report or training or anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but you work in a good department where you have that option to.
I love my job, but I'm saying I'm not going to do it forever, but it would be fun to play one on TV. It'd be fun to be
that would be cool.
You're going down, but for reals,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could finally
get. You were getting away with that phone book.
Maybe you could get into some fucking some TV shows and finally do something right instead of like.
I get so mad. So
watching
like,
TV shows where you're like,
that's
Rookie? Not what you would do.
Was it Rookie Blue? I think it was Rookie Blue, and I'm telling you, I could not watch that show, and I'll tell you why. Because she never hooked her duty belt to her inner belt.
Right. So no, what are those snaps?
Yeah, so it didn't have any of the belt, and it would just hang. So it's like you could see like the inner belt holding her pants up, and then her duty belt would just hang around it.
That always bothered me.
If you went to go grab your gun and pull it out, like you're pulling like your whole belt all over the place. I'm like, it just looks sloppy, and I'm like, and I couldn't watch the show.
That always bothered me with Everybody Loves Raymond, because you'd see his brother come in, and he was New York PD, and he'd come walking in with no duty belt, nothing, no gun, no badge, nothing at all. And so for a long time, I'd watch it and be like, something is missing. Like, I'm looking at him, I see the police uniform, but something is missing. It took me forever to put it together and be like, he's not wearing a duty belt. He's got no belt on.
He's NYPD Securitas.
He's just like, he's yeah, exactly. He's just a dispatcher.
But it's NYPD, who knows? I have to ask my cousin. Oh my God, it's good. So we have Rangeley, we have your first flight, we have Dear Donny, we have.
What do we want to talk about?
What was the update?
What's next?
I'm thinking.
What do you want to? I can't technically see your list. No, and I don't want to.
Oh, I did it. I'm thinking either Rangeley or we can read the email that you got. Oh, you know what? Let me ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
Let me ask you a Valentine question.
Oh, okay.
Do women prefer candy or flowers on Valentine's Day? What do you think they prefer?
What do I think they prefer? I say candy.
And you'd be right, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
What kind of candy are you gonna get me? What kind of candy are you not gonna get me?
Not gonna get you. Well, I would not get you the
Auntie Joe.
Hey Joanne, Aunt Joanne, hi.
And this chocolate flavored stuff.
I wouldn't get you. Well, I definitely would not get you the sugar-free heart box. I'm not.
My sister.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not neurodecelerated.
Listen,
I'm not gonna.
Our family is like Whitman's or Russell Stover's. And then my poor brother-in-law one time. Well, actually, he wasn't. He was just being funny. But he got my sister sugar-free, and she almost lost her mind. I guess it's gotta be the good stuff. That's all you gotta do. Maybe some Cheetos. I'm good. I love you.
Yeah. I wouldn't get you the. I mean, I don't know how you feel about the little heart-shaped antacid things with the words written on them.
They're new. Have you seen the new words written on them? They're like, "Oh, I love you" by text or whatever. It's all like modern stuff.
Right. Yeah. So it says like
I got
LOL.
you some. Yeah.
It says like LOL, or it says like the words written out the way that you would do a text to shorten a word, like you're mine, like you are mine.
Auntie Joe says yellow roses. I like the tulips you got me. I don't want flowers though.
I like tulips.
I know somebody that gets like a dozen roses once a month from their dad. It's really weird.
That's a weird ass thing.
Right? Like you're just at work and your dad drops you off a dozen roses like once a month.
That's very odd.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
I don't want that. I like tulips.
I mean, what's your dad doing for work?
I don't know. I know what my dad brings me. Chocolate. I like chocolate. I want to be able to eat the flower. I think I told you that one time. So, Rangeley, first time snowmobiling?
Sure, yeah. So, I got Crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Wife,
that's the gift that keeps on giving.
Plant from Home Depot. That's a good idea.
I almost bought one today.
That is a good idea. A plant from a plant instead of a flower.
I almost bought a
because flowers do die.
I need another hanging plant, but something like I'm not the best with the green thumb.
But flowers are just pretty.
Well,
and they're automatically right away pretty. Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, the tulips. I dried them out, so I'm going to keep them.
They're automatically pretty instead of waiting and caring for them. And
Strawberry down.
Oh, no.
Strawberry down. All right. What do we want to talk about?
Rangeley.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took Ro for her first snowmobile. Well, where do we start?
I exceeded expectations. Quote.
So last Thursday...
I guess you can roll that and the Rosie update.
Yeah.
Okay, smart.
I'm going to. So last Thursday, I took the day off from work, mostly because my cat needed he had a vet appointment.
Oh my god, he almost got stolen from the vets.
Yeah,
the personnel, they loved him.
He had a vet appointment and at a new vet, and I took the whole day off for it. I don't really remember why I took the whole day off for that, because the appointment was at 2 in the afternoon.
I thought you had to get Rosie.
I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't know that when I took the day off. But anyways.
Oh, you were going to go snowmobiling.
I think I was going to go snowmobiling. So anyways, Thursday morning, the dealership calls me and says, "Hey, snowmobile's ready. She's all done. You can come get it." So I was psyched. You know, my cat's appointment was at 2 in the afternoon, and I get that phone call at 10 in the morning. I was like, if I get up right now, run over there, pick up the snowmobile, and, you know, then drive back here, I'll be getting back here just in time to pick him up and take him to his appointment. So I go to the dealership and pick up the snowmobile, and these guys are like, good to go. Everything's perfect. We ran it through a bunch of tests. Everything's fine. We shouldn't see you again unless it's for normal service. You're good to go. So I come back to this place, come back to our place here in Portsmouth, take him to his appointment, drop him back off here, go straight to Fremont.
Good health, by the way.
Good health.
A nice clean coat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they loved.
Didn't want to give him back.
Which
is so different than my cat because she wants to rip everybody's face off.
He really is a loving cat. Like, you know, they called me because the way that the vet works right now is that everything is, you know, they take possession of him in the parking lot, bring him inside, and then they'll bring him back out to you. And the doctor calls me from inside, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is like one of the best cats that I've ever had to deal with. He's gorgeous. He's got such a great coat. He's so friendly. We took him out, and he just immediately started purring, and he's just happy to see us." And
listen, you have Rena to thank for that, because I bring Rena in, my cat. She has to be sedated. It's like a $500 visit every time. I try to get the fireman gloves. I tell them she's just a little tiny 16-year-old feral thing, and she will eat your face off. So
and then the girls came outside after I got off the phone with the doctor. The girls came outside to give him back, and they were like, "You're lucky you're getting this cat back. Everyone inside wants to keep him forever."
Such a good boy.
So, yeah, clean bill of health. He's great. So, so then I try to go snowmobiling. Stress on the word try. This is on Thursday of last week. I go out. I get 20 miles into my ride, and Rosie, the snowmobile, is not sounding good, not making good noises. It sounded like most people know what it sounds like when a car has a bad belt on it, like that really high-pitched whine. That's what it sounded like every time that I stopped at a stop sign and went to idle. So then, riding a little further down the trail, I get a notice on the gauge cluster that says P1324 alarm. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? So I stopped, I called the dealership, I said, "Hey, this is what's happening, what's going on?" And the guy says, "Look, why don't you bring it back, and maybe we can salvage he said, you know, because now it's like 4 in the afternoon, right. He's like, "Why don't you bring it back tomorrow, and maybe we can salvage the weekend for you." So I start driving back to my house, and I get about halfway back, and the track seized up on the trail at 30 miles an hour. And on top of that, like, I definitely knew something was wrong, because with the throttle, like, I had my finger like halfway down on the throttle. I should easily be doing 60 or 70 miles an hour, and it could not get past 30 to save its life. So I'm doing 30 miles an hour. The track seizes up, nearly throws me over the handlebars. Engine shuts off. I get off the snowmobile. I can hear oil just pouring onto the ground. I had to call a tow truck, get towed out of there. Luckily, my height, I happen to be 300 feet away from my high school best friend's house. And I know where he lives. I haven't seen him in probably 15 years, but I know where he lives. And I have his phone number, so I texted him and I was like, "Hey, do you happen to be home right now?" And this dude's there in less than 5 minutes. I mean, when this kid Matt says, like, "I'll be there for you," he fucking means it.
Thank you, Matt.
Awesome friend.
I already thanked him, but thank you again.
So he comes down, he tows me out, he hangs out with me for about 40 minutes in the fucking cold. I mean, it's, you know, by now it's 6:30, 7 o'clock at night.
I'm out at girls' night out.
Yeah, you were out at girls' night out, and I texted you, and I was like, "Look, I don't want you to worry. Everything's fine. I'm okay, but Rosie is a piece of shit." and I'm broken down, and I'm waiting for a tow truck. And this is exactly, in the course of 3 minutes, this is 3 text messages that were sent, or received, sent, and then received in the course of 3 minutes. "How are you getting home?" "I'm going to go home with the tow truck driver." "Okay, but how are you getting home?" was like, you just said.
That's not what I said. I said, who picked you up? I said, you said
maybe that was
you said my friend is coming.
Those.
No, you said my friend is coming. I said, who's your friend? First of all, I'm a cop and your girlfriend. Second of all, I need to know, because what if somebody like hits you on the side of the road and your boyfriend called you and you don't know any information? I need to know all the information. Like, because what if I don't know that? I mean, now I know how great and amazing he is, but I didn't know at the time. So I'm like, I need to know. I'm like, where are you? What marker? Where are you on the line of what town? Okay, and then I can relax when I have the information. Then let me know you're home.
But I did text her, because we planned to go to Rangeley last weekend anyways. And I texted her all of this saying, the snowmobile fucked up. I said, look, I don't want it to affect our weekend at all. I still want to go to Rangeley and go snowmobiling. We still have 2 perfectly good snowmobiles up there. So I want to go up there and get away for the weekend and try not to think about any of this. So that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, we had a blast.
We had a fucking awesome time.
We really did. You were amazing.
We left here, 4 o'clock probably on Friday. Got up there.
Made you dinner. You did the man thing and shoveled. And
it was so perfectly timed, because I don't think we fucking ate until 10:30 at night.
Late.
It was really late.
And then we sat and talked all night.
We got there at 8:30, and then
3-hour
there was a lot of work
to
do when I got there when we got there, because I had to snowblow the yard to make room for my truck to back up and to get access to the snowmobile trailer. And then on top of the snowmobile trailer was probably about 2,000 pounds of snow. So I couldn't open the trailer to get access to the snowmobiles that were inside of it. So I had my work cut out for me for about 2 hours. And you
made your favorite tuna helper
for dinner. And it was perfectly, because after snowblowing and shoveling off a snowmobile trailer for 2 hours, I was fucking starving.
Coconut.
Thank you. I like coconut. I like coconut. So, yeah, then we had dinner, and then we ended up talking for 2 hours.
Like a couple of buddies at the bar. Yeah.
We ended up just hanging out in the kitchen, having Coors Light and bourbon for 2 hours, just hanging out. And then the next day...
you'd think we'd run out of things to talk about.
You would think that we'd run out of...
No, it doesn't happen.
No, we're 8 months into this adventure. And
cheers, babe.
Cheers. And we just don't run out of shit to talk about. So we get up Saturday.
Yeah.
Go. I made breakfast.
It was really good. He makes. I don't know what it is. He makes the best bacon. You make the best bacon, and I just can't get over it. It's so good every time, and it's just perfect. It's not too crispy. It's not too fatty, and it's just really, really good. If anybody's a bacon fan, it's just really good, babe. I don't know.
Good.
I like it.
I'm glad you like it.
But I did teach you how to make scrambled eggs.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I don't know.
So
you can shorten.
Huh?
You can shorten my 5 million times that I went
off
the track.
I intend to.
Because then I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry.
I know, but people might.
I'm not giving you an exact play-by-play.
I know.
We went out snowmobiling. We left the house at noon.
It's my first time.
Yes, everywhere we stopped. This adorable girl could not wait to tell everyone it was her first time snowmobiling.
I'm a snowmobiler. I'm a sledder.
Let me see here. I want to try and bring up that picture, actually, because it was just absolutely adorable.
I was really happy.
But yeah, so everywhere we went, she couldn't wait to tell everyone. It's my first time. I had wanted to get. Where are we? Where's that post?
I think it's back. I don't think you posted that. Well, no, you did.
I did.
I think it was right there.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
I had wanted to do a little bit more than what we got. You guys get down with breakfast on the weekends. I've seen those delicious buzz. Yeah. So I had wanted to. There was a handful of things I wanted to do. Like I wanted to get to a couple of different places, a couple different scenic views. I guess is the best way to put that. Look at that fucking smile. Look at her. Would you look at that? Just look at it.
So look at this.
She was so, and this is like a mile and a half into our riding day. She was so excited. It was just awesome.
And I'm not a winter person. If anybody, I'm born and raised in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. But I am not. I want to go play. I'm usually playing softball in Florida right now, and just never really had a reason to love winter. And then I got in Donny. Oh my God, you talk about it all the time. Snowmobiling your and then to see you do it, I was like, I get it. I think I posted that on like one of the pages, and I was just like, all right, I get it.
I get it.
I'm sold. I get it. But you were so good to me.
So I shortened up our day a little bit. We went to a bar in Rangeley called the 45th Parallel, which I love their food, and it's just great because it's like right there. It's nice and downtown. It makes for a nice ride because it takes about 2 hours to get there, no matter which way you go, and then it takes 2 hours to get back home if you're going to stay on the trail. And we're sitting there at the bar, and she was like,
"Hi, Kathy."
Okay, so how it's 4 in the afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon. She was like, "How long until we get back to the house?" And I was like, "It's about 2 hours." And you're like, 2 hours? How's it going to take 2 hours? And I was like, well, here. And I pulled up the GPS, and I showed her the map. And I was like, we have to go around this side of the lake over here. We have to go.
Well, let's back up because the reason being is this. When we first talked about snowmobiling, I told Donny, I'm like, I don't want to go across the ice. I saw this. I don't know if anybody is as old as I am, but there was like a series of movies called The Omen, and there's
I remember The Omen.
Yeah, there's one time where, Damien, the bad little kid, has powers, and he's obviously the devil's son or whatever, but there was one specific one that I remember when I was young watching where a kid he made him fall through the ice, and then he was stuck under the ice, and he's doing this, and you see like the kid under the ice, and he can't get out, and he dies that way, and I'm like, I don't want to go across the ice. So I told you that like a while ago. So when we're sitting there, and he goes, well, the GPS, and I just thought it was the sweetest thing that you took the time to map out like the trail all the way around the ice, because I told you that I wasn't comfortable doing that, and then you told me the difference in time.
Yeah, I was like, so it's 2 hours. So it's like I'm showing her the GPS, and I was like, this is the trail we're gonna take. It takes 2 hours to get back to the house this way. And you were like, 2 hours, and I can see the look on your face, and I can see the sun dropping, and I know it's gonna get colder out once that sun's gone. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I know that my hands are getting cold even with the hand warmers. And, like, I don't mind, but I wanted you to have a really good trip and really get locked in on, like, why this is so important to me.
Right.
And I was like, well, it'll take 20 minutes if we go across the lake here.
Salesman.
You were like, 20 minutes? I was like, yep, because I've done it a bunch of times, and we'll cross the lake at about 80 miles an hour. It takes 9 minutes to get across the lake, and it's another 10 minutes to get back to the house after we get off the lake. And you were like, we can cross the lake.
And then I crossed the lake. I crossed you. You're so cute. You kept looking back for me, and then finally I was like, and I went by you. I just wanted to pass you once.
It wasn't even that long. We came out of the wood line onto the lake. We were on the lake for 20 seconds, and I went to go look back. I turned my head to look back and make sure that you were still behind me, and I didn't see you. And I'm like, oh shit, that's and I snapped my head back. And as I snapped my head back, there you go, past me.
Can you share the video?
Let's see here. Can I? I bet I can.
I was so proud of myself. But then I was like, I'm good just like following you.
Yeah,
you're so fun to watch though too, because you're so skilled at it. And then we got to see deer, and we're just out there, and it's just so like calm, and
it is very
really
nice.
Peaceful,
it's very
and everybody's so nice.
Everybody is.
And every time
so nice.
I went off the trail a bunch of times because I don't really understand snowmobiles. Why you get off the trail for 2 seconds and it's supposed to be a snowmobile, and somehow you're stuck all the time. So I'm trying to figure that out. But you were just so good at working me out of those situations that I was just like, I'm never going with. Oh, there you go.
Okay, let's see here. Let me get this back to the beginning there. StreamYard, share. You guys, so those of you watching live, or if you're listening, you can find the video on Facebook at Adulting with Donny Podcast. And it's at about the 1 hour and 3 minute mark. And here's the video of Ro flying past me. And here she comes. There she goes. Ah! She was like, I'm out of here. I was like, what the fuck?
And then I slowed down, like, okay, that's it. I don't want to be in front anymore. No, I want to follow.
She was like, okay, I'm done. I did it. Look at me.
Yep. Face my fear. That was good.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And
I'm excited.
I had a great time showing you. It was so much fun for me.
You're good. You're a good teacher. You're
show you teacher. Here's the thing that I love, babe, and like this is why I love it. This is why I spent $15,000 on a machine. This is why I'm so upset that I haven't been able to do it. These are the reasons that I've been so, that when I've called and I've been like, hey, what the fuck? These are the reasons why I've been like, I just want to get out there.
Right.
Like there's a lot of freedom that comes with it, and you're in the middle of essentially nowhere, but you're not alone. It's very cool. I love it. I love snowmobiling.
I get it, and it's like we both have our passions, and it was getting really frustrated with COVID. I think it started actually getting me, and like Kathy's watching. She's one of my teammates, but for me to go, usually I would have taken like 3 or 4 trips right now to Vegas to play ball or here to play ball, and or Florida, and then it's like, all right, but my department in the city requires us to quarantine for 14 days after. So I'm like, it doesn't make financial sense for me to go and do that, unless I absolutely have to. And my dad was still going through his, chemo treatment, so I don't want to be around him, not knowing if, I have something, and it was really starting to wear on me. And now I'm excited because, like, I think our next tournament is April. I'm like, oh, that's not far away, and you bought me a new bat, and I'm like, oh my God, I think like how much I love like my bat that you got me that I just cannot believe, because first of all, no one's ever bought me a bat, but second of all, it was one that I just didn't think was going to be available again, and I named her Nat, and I name all my bats, and I love her, and I can't wait to swing her.
I can't wait to see you do
that.
Yeah. Joe, she was riding an Arctic Cat T660, which is great for trail riding.
It was a little ghetto, I'm gonna be honest.
It needed some work by the time we were done with the day. Not to any fault of hers, but I did drop it off at the shop afterwards because there was a handful of things going on with it. So.
And I did push the limits.
I dropped it off, and it'll be fine again once it's done.
Well,
but,
the best part was like right across the street there was a snowbank that was up to my chest.
Holy shit!
And Donny told me, like, he gave me a little tutorial in the parking lot. Here's the throttle. I've never motorcycled, nothing, so just car and whatever they let us do in the Army. But he just told me, like, you have to commit. Like
I said, be aggressive.
Yeah, be aggressive and commit. Cause I'm trying to be like, pew, 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 throttle. You were
the across the street from the house is like a berm that's like 4.5, 5 feet high.
Yeah.
And it's almost a wall. I mean, I'm not even gonna placate it as being like, oh, is that an angle? It's almost a fucking perfect wall.
Yeah.
And so I went over and I looked at it myself, and she was standing with me, and I was looking at it thinking like, okay, how do we need to attack this wall? Mm-hmm. And I know what I need to do. I need to go at it and hit it real hard. And I told her, I was like, you're gonna want to be pretty aggressive, like drive down to the bottom of the yard, and keep that momentum going. Look both ways, make sure no one's coming, and then go across the street with a lot of power
and the correct steering, because you can't steer, right? Like,
right, yes,
you
can't.
Road,
you can't steer.
Really steer.
Once you hit the street, you can't steer. So make sure that you're already facing where you want to where you want to go. You want to be facing where you want to end up. And I'm like, you're gonna you want to be aggressive with this. So get on that throttle.
You gotta tell me twice. I'm gonna be aggressive.
Hit this thing so that you come up and over this 5-foot wall. So I do it first. And I go forward.
I almost died like 10 times that day.
I go up like 30 or 40 feet and stop and look back to wait for her. And the next thing that I see is this just wall. I mean, this like 15-foot wide wall of snow just everywhere. Flying everywhere, because she hit this fucking wall at probably 30 miles an hour. She got 10 feet of air. She came flying up, and I was like, holy shit.
I just felt my body come off the snowmobile, and I was just holding on with my hands.
I was like, whoa. She's like ready for X Games. Travis Pastrana.
And then you look back, and I'm just motioning to you, like, just keep going, going. I got this. I'm fine. Yep. And then 2 seconds later, there's like these 2 narrow, like, path to me narrow, trees.
Uh-huh.
And so I just come over like in this crazy ass fashion.
Uh-huh.
And then I go a couple more feet and boom, I hit a tree and I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time I got stuck. I'm like, how did that just happen? I just crushed that thing and caught air. And now I can't go any damn where.
I know. I came walking back like, how did you do this?
I don't know.
I get the first one, but I don't know how this one happened.
I just went to, like, I wasn't, like, the steering, like, you know, you're...
Yeah.
And I didn't do enough. And then I got stuck a couple more times, and we made some friends, because people come pull you out.
We did make some friends. We also made some enemies. An enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Because when we got back that night, where she blew over the... right in the spot where we both went over.
Somebody got stuck coming... I don't remember, because I got stuck there, too. I got stuck there a few times, but... there was a guy, we were at the house, and then I could hear, I'm like, hey, that guy sounds like he's stuck over there. Mm-hmm. And then the trespass, like, sign, I think it went up after that, because his buddy had to come.
No, it came up, it was up when we left in the morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as soon as we came back.
I'm going to wite a letter.
Yeah, we came back and I saw that sign
I'm going to bring
there.
her a pie. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make
I was thinking about stealing that sign and just putting it on our property.
Just...
Uh-huh. We'll just put it on our side.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Mm-hmm. Thank you, babe.
It was a great weekend. Yep.
It was a blast.
It was a great weekend.
Dear Donny? Is it?
Dear Donny.
Should
we'll wrap this up with Dear Donny.
Wrap it up? Okay.
We'll wrap it up with Dear Donny. We're an hour and 10 minutes into this.
So, Dear Donny, you want to talk about your segment? Do you want me to grab you bourbon?
Sure. And a Coors Banquet, please.
Holy crap. Mm-hmm. All right. You tell them about your Dear Donny.
Yeah, what do we got here for Dear Donny?
No, I'm going to do Dear Donny.
But you're going to Dear... Oh.
Yeah, tell them where it started.
What is Dear Donny? What do you mean?
Like, how did it get... What is Dear Donny?
Dear Donny is a segment that I'm doing where you can email me for advice at adultingdonnypod@gmail.com. You may remember a couple weeks ago, someone emailed me about their girlfriend wanting to do OnlyFans. Wouldn't mind an epilogue to that. I would love to know how that turns out. Thank you, love.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where's the bourbon?
You have it down by
I'm not pouring that Basil Hayden's.
Oh, okay.
I gotta save that.
Well, then you're gonna have to tell John. They'll trade me.
Yes, I'm not. That's like my last of that label.
I had some, so.
No way. Yeah, I would love an epilogue to that whole OnlyFans girlfriend situation. If the person listening ever wanted to let me know how that turned out, I'd love to know how that turned out.
Right. You have to tell Mr. Wick about if anybody's into bourbon, there's a really great documentary. Sorry, babe, I totally interrupted you. Great documentary called Neat.
Yes.
On Hulu, and it's just about the history of bourbon, and
it's really good.
Pretty fascinating.
It's really, really good.
Even if you don't drink bourbon, it's really
about an hour long, I think, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Speaking of documentaries, though, there's a Skidmore. Is that the name of that one? Mm-hmm. Skidmore. We have to watch.
True Crimes.
And Sunday and Monday night, I would play the trailer. I might weave it into the show after the show.
Okay.
The trailer's 5 minutes long, though, for Down the Hill.
Yeah, Down the Hill.
For the show for the podcast called Down the Hill.
Down the Hill.
Down the Hill. So creepy.
It'll make sense if you listen to it.
It will make sense if you listen to it.
But that was the first podcast we listened to on the way to Rangeley.
No, it wasn't.
Was it? That was the first time we went.
Skidmore was.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Down the Hill.
No. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I see.
Down the Hill.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know what the documentary is called, but on HLN Sunday and Monday night there's a 2-part special series or whatever you want to call it.
What is Men in Kilts?
I don't know.
Is that like Men in Tights, Auntie Joe? Is that like Robin Hood? We're men in tights.
Got that Knob Creek going. All right, Dear Donny.
Dear Donny.
All right, I gotta focus up on this because I haven't heard it. I really gotta. She's the one that wrote it down for me.
Yeah. Well, I paraphrased it a little bit. It was kind of a long email. So
Producer Row.
Producer Row. Here I go. What's up? Dear Donny, this is from Liz. Started dating a coworker 3 months ago. Another coworker used to have a crush on him. He told her he was not interested and had no problems after that. Just coworker relationship. Since we started dating, she has been doing things to make me uncomfortable. I never had an issue with her before.
Wait, can I pause you?
Yeah.
So these people all work together?
It sounds like they all work together. It sounds like, I don't have a lot of information, but because of like the cube, it sounds like it might be like some sort of office situation, like maybe some sort of company or something. And I don't know what her, like this girl's relationship is with this other female coworker, but, all right. So since we started dating, she's been doing things to make me uncomfortable. I never had an issue with her before. He and I had dated. She's done things like blocked him on social media. She spread rumors about me, moved items. Oh, this drives me nuts. Moved items around in my cubicle, told our supervisor that I'm always on my phone, which I am not. My supervisor says this person has a few people that they don't like and to just ignore it. Dumb things continue to happen, like she's parked in a space that I always park in that's not assigned, in parentheses. But obviously, like, this person parks in a space all the time, and somebody else...
They're, like, doing something on purpose to annoy you.
Right. That's, like, probably something you're not going to get in trouble, you know?
Be aggressive. Be
aggressive.
Passive-aggressive.
She spread a rumor that I was flirting with another male coworker. My boyfriend believed me and is supportive, but feels bad because neither one of us knows what to do. What do I do? What do we do? Interesting. Bullying in the workplace.
Yeah, a little bit of
passive aggressive.
Definitely
some sort of jealousy.
Maybe some. I don't know. Does that land under hostile work environment stuff?
Well,
sounds like they're 12. Kathy's onto something.
I know, right? Honestly, it's like people. I mean, I remember I experienced it a little bit or something like that at work at one time, and that person's gone now because they're just a terrible, cocky person that finally caught up to him. But you know, just like weird little things, like you come in and you turn the lights on, and then they turn the lights off. You know, like talking, being next to you, and like talking, saying your name, talking about you as if you're not there. Like, the moving things around the cubicle thing drives me nuts because you know how I am about where my stuff is.
I feel like that. I get that because I have what's called a case at work, which is my workspace. Right. And I have things set where I want them. And, you know, you can probably, I don't know. Well, anyone, well, I don't know about, well you have your own cruiser.
So, well, like, all right, so that duty belt, anything, but yeah, like your cruiser, like if I have my own car, so if I came in and somebody used my car and the seat's back or something, that's different.
If you had like,
well, let me finish. I used to have, I did it again, but I used to have a cubicle area. So if I came, like if I came into work and my stuff is like moved around, like I'm going to know, or something's missing, I'm going to know. So now I have an office and I leave my door open. But like I can tell when somebody's been in there, and then the candy dish. Like I'm like Misery. Like the penguin always faces south. Like I can tell when something's off. But when you're not getting along with somebody, and like maybe something goes missing or things are moved around, then it's not like a, you know, you can tell that it's different. You can tell when people do things to mess with you. You know.
Right. Yeah, I get. Yeah, so.
You're saying about you have a case. Get your bat out and show them what's up. I know, girl. I'm trying not to get arrested on the job. You know.
Right. Yeah, me too.
I love Kathy. I miss you.
Hashtag me too. So yeah, if I have things like set up, like I have my own stuff.
Well, you have your own truck work too, don't you?
I don't. I mean, obviously, it's not my truck.
Like cruiser. Cruiser's not my cruiser, but I have my cruiser set up.
But you have your cruiser that you know you're going to drive every day. Theory, no one else is supposed to be driving it. So you have your things in there the way that you want them set up, and for me, if I have, you know, if I keep my bag in there type of thing, right, and someone you know, for whatever reason uses my van one day, you know, not my van, but
the one that's assigned to you,
the van that's assigned to me, right? If they use it and they start taking my shit out, then yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be pissed about that, and I'm gonna
see in our work, like if you're not,
be like, wait, why are you doing that? Why are you know, like.
But my place is if something happens at work and somebody's gone and, you know, used your car or something like that or done something, then somebody's going to send you an email or leave you a note, say, hey, I used your thing, or I was in your office and I did this. And then you know it's not like
well, conversely, nasty. Like if I used someone else's vehicle at the post office, if I had like a reason, if for whatever reason I have to use someone else's vehicle, I'm gonna be like, okay, you know, he's got his shit set up the way that he wants.
You put it back.
All I need is the fucking driver's seat and the gear shifter, and space to put stuff.
Like mirrors or something. But
yeah.
I always try and put things back.
Yeah.
Like if people, and we always like leave our, seat back, whatever. But getting back to it, like, I mean, I look at things like, the frustrating part here is, right, is I think the person did what they were supposed to do. It's obvious that there was never an issue before this, like, dating this other guy. He can't really do anything about it, right? Because I don't know that that's a situation where he intervenes and goes, hey, like, leave her alone or anything like that. But the thing that kind of, and this has happened to me, different jobs, right? And it's probably happened to everybody where you are having an issue with the coworker. You do what you're supposed to do. You go to your supervisor and you're like, listen, this is going on.
Yeah.
That's all you're supposed to required to do. And I know in the past, and I'm not necessarily talking about the police department, but I know that in the past I've gone and said, if I've said like, hey, this is going on, once somebody, it doesn't even have to be about another coworker, it's just a work issue. But once you tell your supervisor, like, this is going on, it's their responsibility now. Like hot potato, like it's in your lap.
Yeah.
That's why you're a supervisor. And what happens is, what I've seen in life is that managers don't want to babysit. But that's your fucking job. Like, you're a manager. I was a correction officer. You think I want to talk to so-and-so inmate about this one uses fucking pillow or whatever? No. But if I don't take care of those little things, that's when somebody's going to get shivved.
Yeah.
There's going to be a riot.
God, I hope no one gets shivved at my work.
Well, no, but I just mean, like, in all honesty, right? I could say, like, you know what, whatever, like, you guys work it out. Like, no, but the thing is that, like, things will escalate if they're not dealt with at that level. And that also messes with your employee. If your employee is distracted, if your employee is being harassed, if your employee comes into work and doesn't feel comfortable in a space for nothing they brought on themselves, then you're not getting the work production out of that person either.
Right. Yeah.
But...
Well, no one should have to go into work and feel uncomfortable.
And go address it. Like, you're the supervisor. Like, go over and go, hey, what's going on? Do you have an issue with these two? Or what is the situation? And also, knock it off.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, like, this is, like, stuff like, okay. And I will just say this, especially being... in law enforcement and years of working in prison. I mean, I got over 20 years of law enforcement experience. People are smart and they will do certain things, especially if they know what the laws are, if they know what the workplace rules are. They will do subtle things that's not blatant so they won't get in trouble. Because what they're trying to do is just like any other bullying situation. And obviously I still work with kids and I mediate in between neighbors. Like, all this stuff is kind of what I do, but they will do subtle things because it's not blatant that they can't get in trouble for it, but they're going to try and make you get upset.
Right.
They're going to try and push you. So Liz, she's trying to push you to act out and do something where now you're going to get into trouble.
Yes. Yeah.
And Annie, I would too. I'd be like, you better leave Annie alone.
So this kind of goes back towards what I said. I think it might have been the very first Dear Donny, where I was talking about, like, stay in your fucking lane.
Right.
Like, you stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. We'll get along fine.
Right.
I didn't mean to rhyme 4 times in a row. I didn't mean to rhyme all of that stuff, but I did. But you stay in your lane, and I'll continue doing my thing. As long as I don't come into your lane and fuck up anything that you're doing, then we should get along fine. There's no reason why. It applies to the whole world, but it should definitely apply in any workspace where I'm going to come in, I'm going to do my fucking job, you do your fucking job.
Right.
You do your job. And if our jobs never intersect, then there's no reason we should ever have an issue.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Well, it cracks me up, too, because I don't have time. Like, I don't know where these people work, where they have time to, like, fuck with other people.
Right.
It's like, I have 50 million things I need to go out and do.
On. I don't have time to focus
so you're,
on
like,
your
messing with, this person, like, then you're clearly not... You can't be productive in, like, getting your job done. You know what I mean? But there's also... I mean, I don't know what the rules are at that workplace, but, saying things like, going back to this, saying things like you're spreading rumors about me, right? There's in New Hampshire, there's defamation of character. So if you're going around saying things that happened that didn't happen in somebody's social circle, right? And it's the same thing when you're dealing with bullying online and stuff, then that could be considered defamation of character. That's a misdemeanor. So if I'm going around and going, oh yeah, Donnie, like, he A, B, and C, and he did this and that, and it's causing other people to come to you and say, like, wow, you're doing this, and it's causing you, like, that, it's a hostile work environment, some sort of retaliation because somebody's mad at you. This sounds retaliatory because I don't know all the details, but it sounds like this girl's boyfriend, had some sort of crush on, this girl's boyfriend was
The subject of a crush.
A subject of a crush, and he squashed it well before this relationship started. And none of these issues existed for either of them until they started dating.
Yeah.
But once somebody comes in, or like, Liz, like, I don't, maybe, I don't know if you have HR or something like that, but you got to go to HR, or at least like start documenting things, which makes you feel better.
Start documenting.
If you haven't already, I would start documenting things, right?
Everything.
Because then you're seeing a pattern. And also document, like, so what usually happens, there's a lot of birds, and they want to come up, and nobody wants to, and this is frustrating sometimes. Somebody will come to you and say, hey, you know what, like, so-and-so, was over there, like, talking about you, and they said you didn't do A, B, and C, or they said that you're sleeping with so-and-so, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, well, what did you fucking say to them? Right. Like, did you stop them in their track and say, don't talk about Liz like that, or you don't know that that's true, where are the facts, please stop spreading these rumors, right? But instead, they want to come back and tell you what somebody else said. Mm-hmm. It's like, who else are they telling? But you know what? Write their fucking name down, because they're a witness. Right. And that's how that works. Yes. And so when you do go to HR, or you go to your supervisor again, go, listen, I've done everything I can. I've ignored the person. If you're comfortable, then you can approach this woman, or I'm assuming it's a woman, approach her and just kind of go up and say, hey, do we have an issue or something? Or is there an issue? Or like, I don't want to have a problem with you. I like working with you, but I notice that there's some things going on. Like, are you doing this on purpose? You're not doing it on purpose, and then if they're like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, and, then that's fine. Or if you're not comfortable, then you can ask your supervisor too. I've done this plenty of times, is ask for a mediation. Like, hey, I don't feel comfortable talking to this person alone. Will you have a mediation and call this coworker in, and you be here and help facilitate a healthy, safe conversation? Yeah. And then that's on record too. So it's like, Liz, you can ask, like your supervisor, like, would you be comfortable? Or you ask HR and say, I want to talk to somebody. I want to approach them and ask if this is happening on purpose, but I don't feel comfortable doing it alone. Right. Like, will you set up a meeting so that we can talk? And it has nothing to do with people getting in trouble, and it's just being adults. But then they're on notice, and then if things continue to happen, at least it's documented. And, and sometimes things just go on, but, and you wait until it catches up with them.
Yeah, it all comes, eventually everything comes to a boiling point. I had a boiling point the other day with something completely not work related, snowmobile related, but
right.
I might talk about that next week. Mm-hmm. But I had a boiling point recently where, so everything, if things just continue to annoy you to a certain point, it all is going to boil over at some point. It's,
Well, if it's affecting you, then you have to talk about it.
You definitely have to
tell somebody.
Yeah, if it's a workplace, then you have to figure out, if it's a coworker who's the same level as you need to go to the next person above the both of you.
Right.
If it's a coworker who's a supervisor, you need to go to the person above that. You need to just
chain of command.
Climb that chain. And if it's a coworker who's the same person as you, and you go to that next level and nothing seems to change, well, you're going to have to climb up another level, apparently.
Right, and you give them, it's like you give them the benefit of the doubt, but you also, explain it to your HR or your supervisor, too, is, like, I don't know if this is going on or not, but I know that this is what it seems like.
Yeah.
And here's why, and because I've kind of written this stuff down, because when you write it down, you can go back and look. It's hard to remember everything, and you go back and you look and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this absolutely has been happening, and look at this timeline. But also, the other part of that is explaining to your supervisor, saying, this is messing with my productivity.
Right.
Which is losing them money.
Yes.
And it can be a lawsuit.
Yes.
Which, it's, again, and especially if it, in this case, it doesn't sound like the guy and the coworker ever dated, but if they had, then it would absolutely be like a domestic, situation too. And there's a lot of non-tolerance for that. But hopefully, like I said, talk to your HR. It's great that you and your guy stay on the same page and make sure that you communicate to each other, because you both work in the same place, before you go and take the next step to talk to a supervisor or HR, and if you're getting more backlash, then again, like, just make sure that you document stuff and see where that goes. And if you have to, like, call the police, like, I'd be happy to
call the police.
Call me. Send me an email.
Send the police.
I'll come to work and have a nice conversation, community outreach about how you're supposed to treat each other. Yeah. How's that?
That's right. I like it.
But it's just unfortunate. And also understand that a lot of times people are doing this has nothing to do with you, and they're probably doing it to someone else.
They're probably just miserable because they're fucking assholes. And
It's unfortunate.
They've been assholes their whole lives, and they don't like to see other people happy.
Well, and there's other ways, to deal with that. Like if you're not happy or something, and even if, all right, say you have a problem with your coworker that you don't like what they're doing, right? There's exactly the same thing that I'm saying to do is what they should be doing.
Right.
You go to a supervisor, but you know what? Be consistent and fair across the board. Don't single people out, and certainly don't bully them. It's gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
In one way or another. Yes, psychos.
Yeah. All right, we're done, right?
I think.
I'm
What are we?
hungry.
I know. I'm gonna make you dinner, but what are our Valentine's Day plans? Does anybody care? I don't know.
Tomorrow's our Valentine's Day.
Tomorrow's our Valentine's.
I'm gonna leave you.
Okay, bye. Get. Good, because I get to sleep in. Yeah, you go do work. Do your working.
We're gonna sleep in,
and then go do your work
We're
stuff.
gonna sleep in.
We're probably gonna
not
having a steak dinner. I'm gonna make.
We're probably gonna mate several times. Ooh.
We're gonna make live. I'm gonna make this handsome fella. So I'm gonna make you haddock. Right? Have you not had haddock? I don't think.
If I have, it hasn't been in probably 20 years.
Haddock
or
two
more.
ways. Stuffed haddock, and then I'm gonna make this one with salsa and Swiss cheese and green beans.
All right.
Sweet potato.
Get it.
And then I'm gonna make. I'm getting it. And until I found strawberries, I was gonna make you a cheesecake with like canned cherry filling, but now I'll slice some real strawberries for you.
Ooh.
Oh, and then we're having already frozen, pre-made. I'm not making them from scratch. Scallops wrapped in bacon and shrimp cocktail.
All right.
And probably a salad.
Shrimp cocktail. I'm looking forward to. I can tell you right now.
I know you love it, so I bought you 2 bags of shrimp. So.
Oh shit.
Frozen shrimp. Oh crap! I shouldn't say frozen shrimp. I should have got it from Seacoast. What's that seafood place? I just don't have that much money.
I love shrimp.
I know you do.
I like seafood.
Tuna helper, yes, Auntie Joe. We banged out the tuna helper, and we'll do gifts.
Let me knock out a couple shout outs real quick.
Yes.
Shout out to my sister and Rich for coming out for drinks last night.
We love you guys.
We had drinks with them last. It was kind of I don't know if it was impromptu. It was just like Tuesday night. Ro and I were.
It needed to happen.
We were having dinner, and Ro was like, "Hey, Friday night, you want to get drinks with your sister?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And Ro was the one that texted her, so we met up with her, and
I love you, sister.
it was crazy. Like this guy's name is Rich. I'm not gonna dox his last name, but him and my sister dated my sister's like sophomore year in high school, which was like 9,000 years ago. Like it was a long time ago.
So, she's younger than me, so please don't say it was 9,000
Oh yeah,
years.
that's right. Oh yeah. What I meant to say was it was like 10 years ago.
It was like, like 5
oh my God.
years ago.
It was like 10 years ago.
Like
10 years ago, she was a sophomore in high school.
Cheeto in my slipper? What's
It
going on
wouldn't
here?
surprise me. And it wouldn't surprise me if there was a Cheeto in your slipper because you're saving it for later.
Oh, so sometimes
You're like, you're like, I can fit Cheetos in these slippers.
That's what I do when I snowmobile. Now that I'm a sledder.
You'll be like, I'm pretending that I'm tying my shoe, and you're actually pulling out Cheetos.
I'm a prepper, honey.
I know you are. I know you are.
I keep food everywhere.
So yeah, shouts out to my sister and Rich. Thank you guys very much for coming out for drinks last night. We had some great conversation. It was fun. We were there for what, 2 hours, give or take?
Yep.
Yeah. So
I like that place.
Yeah, we had fun. Shouts out to my coworkers that listen to the show. I don't care how you were turned on to the show, but shouts out to Dalton, Trevor, Tim. Where the fuck you been, Tim? I don't think I've seen you in a week, Tim. Pete, thank you very much. Pete's one of my, you asked me once if I had a best friend at work. Tim and Pete, Tim and Pete rank pretty high on that list.
Which one? Is Dalton the Viking?
Dalton is the one that said, Donny, you're close to Viking status.
All right, Dalton.
Trevor sends me some pretty cool, he makes music. So I'll play some for you after the show. But he makes music, and once in a while he'll send me songs that he's made. It's not like him singing. It's just like instrumental type stuff. Yeah. I like instrumental stuff. So
I do too, because that's what I listen to at work. I'm on the steel drum kick right now, because it's just like it doesn't have. I can't listen to words and type reports. So,
shouts out to Dave. Thank you, Dave. Mask up, buddy. Tom, I know you listen.
Uncle Bobby for telling us to enter that contest.
Uncle Bobby, definitely. Thank you, man. It looks promising that we're going to win that contest.
Oh God, I don't like to ever know.
I know. I don't want to be Seahawks Patriots 2016, 17.
If you guys can muster one more vote,
we're up to 430. We really want 500.
I just didn't want to be stuck at 420 because of the whole law enforcement thing.
I didn't either. I saw that number. I saw that number earlier today, and I didn't even want to text it to you. I was like, "This is gay." Like, what are we, teenagers?
We don't say gay. Come on. Oh,
Look, you got retard out of me.
All right, I'm working on it.
Now you have to work on something else for gay.
I'm glad you're so happy.
I am very happy.
Yeah, that's what gay means, happy.
I am very happy.
I'm happy.
I didn't want to be neurodecelerated and send you anything about. I didn't want to send you anything about where look at us, we're 420.
I thought it was kind of funny because somebody else had put that. They're like, you're 420. All right, so we went over our plan. I think we're.
Before we bounce out of here, I do want to rotate this camera.
Oh, to your son?
Yep. Let's see if I can rotate this motherfucker without dropping you guys off of the table.
Put my finger in your armpit.
All right, no.
Ooh.
All right. There he is.
Aww.
See that black spot right there? That's my boy Graphite.
Hi, Graphite.
Hey,
he's night-nights.
He's always he's always posing for the camera. He's always like,
let me show you my belly.
He's always like, what's up? What's up? I'm here. I'm waiting for you to pet me.
Yep.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
We played fetch this morning.
He really is.
He almost brought something back, but
he is. I mean, I dare you. I dare my listeners. Dare you. If you have a cuter picture of your cat or dog, and that's about it, because there's no other cuter animals. So, I dare you. All of my listeners, I dare you. Send me pictures. adultingdonnypod@gmail.com. adultingdonnypod@gmail.com.
Bring it back. Bring the camera back. It's our show. Let's go. He doesn't want to talk to you.
Here we go. adultingdonnypod@gmail.com. Send me a picture of your animals, and I will. Anyone at all of you.
I'm gonna send.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna send you a picture right
now. I'm not picking like top 3 or anything like that. Anyone that sends a picture, adultingdonnypod@gmail.com. Next episode, I'll make sure that we go through all of the pictures.
Are we doing the cutest animal photo contest?
No.
I was gonna say I'm gonna send you Renna.
However,
you have to live with her.
That could be a thing in the future.
Okay.
But my next episode, send me I dare you to try and give me.
Okay, we get it. Oh my God! Can we please good night? Can we please No. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We love you guys. Please give us one more vote, and we find out Monday the winners are announced.
Yes.
So, and whatever you're doing tonight, be safe. Have a blast. We know how Valentine's Day began, so don't feel bad if you don't have one, okay? Mm-hmm. You don't get one.
Give me love.
Okay. All
right. No. No, we have to.
Okay. That's okay, honey. Yeah, did you drink what'd you get?
I drank
bourbon?
All of the bourbon. Right. Okay. I love you. You guys can check me out, Adulting Donny.
I'll check you out.
On Instagram, Adulting with Donny Podcast on Facebook. Don't forget adamandeve.com. Use offer code adulting for 50% off any one item. Thank you, Ro, for joining me.
Thanks for having me, babe.
Don't let anyone at your work fucking be an asshole to you, okay? Or be an asshole back. Whatever.
Do your job. Ignore the noise. Do your job.
Do your job. Exactly. Do your job. Fucking just go in, do your work, put your head down. If you have to talk to people, then do it. But if you don't have to talk to them, then ignore them. All right?
And you can always hit us up for more advice.
Absolutely.
Happy to help you.
Absolutely.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day. We love you guys.
adultingdonnypod@gmail.com. You can send in if you want advice on any topic. All right? See you guys. Bye.
Bye.